For my digital portfolio, as you can see, I had to complete the hyperbolic paraboloid. So the reasons I feel that this digital portfolio is a success, because I feel this would be very beneficial not only for myself but maybe for other teachers to use as a teaching aid if they're going on maybe to this topic, for example, afternoon, and they forget a few principles. Well, they can look over this, have a brief look over this, and this will give them a better understanding. So, as I said, it's good for uh, other teachers, so it applies all the sections. So, for example, is their introduction, so they'll give them a brief introduction. Remember what a hyperbolic paraboloid is, and like the rationale and why we do this topic, and then where is it situated in the course. I think it's also good for other teachers, as because it's them. So we have to think now as we're in the students' perspective. It helps us think like what's going to help stimulate their interest. So by using examples of like physical resources, making physical resources, that's going to make them take interest in the topic, and also like SolidWorks models, as we can see, to motivate the students throughout. So model SolidWorks is we can look if we're looking at a 2D question on a 3D page or 2D question, sorry, it's hard to find the visualize 3D. So we're using SolidWorks, we can rotate the image and give them a better understanding of what they're actually doing. So also I find that it's very beneficial for teachers as they have to outline um, the key principles. So as I said, a step by step, it's very quick, so they can understand the key principles, and uh, it's beneficial because it gives them step by step. It's short. There's a few short videos and will help give a better understanding. And then here for the key principles, we just highlight a few exam questions that or exam style questions that could come up. So this is also beneficial to teachers as we have to think in the students' steps. We think as with the students now. So this is we have to say anticipated difficulties where they might struggle. So this helps us as teachers to think from the student perspective on what they might struggle with. So then we can go under more depth in one area. So we can. So resource development. So this is just actually using our physical models and our resources to help stimulate students' interest, help them gain a better understanding, and then you can initiate group work and peer work where they get better learning through doing these activities together. And here is our anticipated difficulties. So, or sorry, this is our assessment of the topic where we're given the question and the students can then the rationale. This is an exam style question we designed, and this is the solution to the answer to the question.